Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's awesome that you're tuning in. So in this video, we're going to take a close look at an X series handheld. For the people who are not familiar to this, so there are a lot of devices from AliExpress that you can buy called the X. Like X16, 19, you name it. But this time we're going to get the X50 Plus Gamebox Edition. And I was really curious, this thing looks like a mini Game Boy. Yeah, and what are we going to get? That's always the question, because they're having these fancy pictures on AliExpress. But sometimes you would be surprised at how deceiving these pictures are. So first of all, we're going to get this very short, pointless micro USB cable. Then we're going to get AV out functionality. Ooh, here we're going to get ourselves the toilet paper manual, like always. Let's see. Basic explanation how it works, what happens if it doesn't work, and blah 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 stuff. I think nobody reads those things. So the device itself is quite interesting. So first of all, the back is like a very weird. Yeah, it's very weird. Let's put it that way. But also like the feel of it. So on the inside, we're going to get ourselves the BL5C. It's the famous Nokia battery that we have seen before with the different devices. Well, 1020 milliamp. Sometimes you can get yourself a bigger one and give you, let's say, 30 minutes or an hour more of gameplay. So here we're going to get the output of the AV out, mic USB for charging, the on and off switch, and select start, D-pad, AB, X, Y, but basically most time, yeah, it's going to be an 8-bit system. So we're going to get AB, and these are like the turbo buttons. The reset over here. Yeah, volume control, not very special, just a scrolling wheel. And that's it. So when powering on, let's take a close look. What are you going to get? Because the display itself doesn't look that bad. Alright, so when these same devices, you're also going to get like a basic, just a really tiny display. And the view angle is very awful. Okay, every time you reset it, you go back to this menu. You're going to get two freaking languages, Chinese and English. So it comes with built-in 500 games, or that's what it's saying, but I can already tell you, like most of the time, it's a freaking lie. Because if you're looking closely, sometimes you can see double games. Yep, they are still doing it when the new devices. But when I've seen a couple of naughty games, so most of them are like freaking weird games like Defensive or Deflower. What the hell do you need to think about deflowering? That sounds kind of weird. Devil Rider, Devil World, Diamonds. Hey, so if you have a diamond game, you also need to have a diamonds game, you know, like so many weird things going on here. You have a Excite Bike, F1 race, and the list goes on and on and on. And if you choose a game like, say, Jumping Kid, you want to go back, you need to choose your language, but it doesn't remember which game you had. Like, we were on 198, so we need to go back all the freaking time. Like, it's a freaking mess. So here we're having Spar, Star, Space War, Space ET. So what the hell is going on here? So the games are like all freaking weird, but let's try to find a couple of good ones. Oh, so as you can see over there, like we're going to get ourselves like a Space Invader clone. Let's see what kind of volume it has. Oh, that's it. There is no background music. That's the only thing that we're going to do. So sometimes you find these cool old school retro games under a weird name. But yeah. But this thing is also filled with homebrew games like Angry Birds for the NES. Yeah, what can you expect? This is what you can expect. Yeah. The first thing I'm noticing, like the button touch itself, it's freaking awful. Like, you can see when you're touching one button, everything starts moving, like it's freaking awful. Really bad. Alright, so let's see if all the sound effects are here. Oh, okay, so also they messed it up. Normally you need to have A, B, but you can see like, this is the turbo button. So we need to play it like this. The snails look very weird. But that is the issue of the display itself. So that was a little bit disappointing. Not only for the quality itself, these things are like dirty cheap. I think they're like 10, 15 bucks. So you cannot expect a lot more of this. But they're calling the X50, and that makes it really confusing. Because when you're having like the X6, X9, they're like multi-emulator devices. And this is just like your typical device. But I must say that this tiny speaker here at the bottom goes very loud. I do get the feeling that this thing goes in turbo mode. Oh, I need to get used to the controls now. The D-pad seems to be responding very well, so that is a positive thing. But let's see how it connects to the television. So I must say that when it comes to the TVL functionality, it works very well, and it looks amazing on this freaking CRT. So let's boot it up. So I must say that I'm quite surprised. Interference. A lot of interference, but doesn't spoil the fun. Let's see. So what I was really surprised about is that the audio itself is not bad, and I'm not talking about the interference on the television because it is freaking awful, but more like when you're playing this game on a CG and we don't have any weird things going on with the sound. Why I'm not using the freaking turbo buttons? Whoo! Come on, baby! Turbo kicker! So in the time that I'm making videos and I've reviewed a lot of these 8-bit video systems, is that this is not a really bad one. And I mean with bad ones that some of them have like freaking awful controls, or the sound is completely off, screen tearing to the maximum level, you name it. But this is just okay, so maybe this is the time that they're going to learn from their mistakes. Still, they're going to give us a lot of crappy games, but... oh, that's a weird position for unscrew, but I almost forgot it. Let's see how you look in the inside. Alright, so... oh, that's strange. Ooh. What did he do? I think that happened in the paint shop. Okay, so the only thing that we're going to get is one PCB in the inside. That basically contains everything. Okay, I need to put this one separately. Okay, so let's flip it open. They are using like the really cheap membranes. I don't know what's going on over here, but something went completely wrong here. So the speaker itself is soldered straight to the PCB. It's quite interesting, just going to leave it like this. The micro switch for the reset. You can see it like this thing has a chip, but I don't know if I can freaking read it because they didn't send it off like they are usually doing. Okay, but this is basically the processing chip. Here we're going to get the black blob. But okay, they love to call this thing like a NES on a chip. But yeah, that's what you're going to get, guys, in the inside. So let's round this video up. But I find it always quite fascinating to see how these things look in the inside. There are not a lot of parts, of course. And with the technology nowadays, yeah, like this is like freaking magic, man. Like there's only one PCB, tiny display, and they try to make it cheap as possible to make. I'm always wondering, like these things cost around, let's say $15, free shipping to most of the parts of the world. How much will it cost to create something like this? Because even if there are not a lot of parts, but still we're having buttons, rubber, plastic, there's still a couple of parts that go into this. So maybe like the most expensive thing, I think the most expensive thing will be the battery in combination with the LCD. But again, how much will they, like say, make profit on this? Is it a lot? Or is it maybe like $1? So let me know in the comments, what do you think of this? What kind of money are they able to produce these things for? Because yeah, $15, it's still not a really bad value in my opinion. I wish like they remove the AV out and just give us a better display. And let's go. The most annoying thing about these China products is like the name, X50. You expect like, hey, this is maybe like the next level of next generation of devices, like the budget devices from AliExpress, but nope, it's just the same 8-bit stuff that we've seen before. Let me know what you think of this. I want to thank you for watching. Consider subscribing, hit that little bell, become the Wicked family, and I will see you in the next video.